ठीक है। हाँ, वही है ना। Hey, hi everyone. Very good evening to all of you guys. Let's wait a couple of more minutes. People are still joining, and then we will start. Okay, so let's start the session. So yesterday we had discussed that how we can actually um, commit a code to the GitHub repo. Okay, we created a repo on the GitHub, then we simply set up the GitHub repo, and we actually push our local code to the GitHub. Okay, now today we are going to discuss about the branching. Okay, what is the branching and how we can actually use the branching. So yesterday I just gave you one very small introduction about it. Today we will see the branching and the merging of the branch in a very deep detail, as well as we will also look about the VS Code. So first of all, everyone please download the VS Code or the Visual Studio Code if you do not have that. Okay. So for that, what you have to do is you just have to go to the Visual Studio Code and search this. Okay. Download Visual Studio Code. Okay. If you already have, that's completely well and good. If not, then you need that. Okay. So here, when you open this particular website, then it will show, okay, for which particular system you want to download it. Okay. So I want to download for Windows. I already have that. Okay. You just have to make sure. So today I downloaded it. And if I just run the setup once, okay, I will not install it completely, but I have to show you one thing. So when you download it and run it, then here there will be an option. Okay. Into this, it is only going to be checked one of the option. What you have to do is while you install it, you have to tick on all these options. Okay. Add open with code to the Windows Explorer and the file content. Okay. So that's pretty simple stuff. Only this thing you have to keep in mind that you are clicking on this and just check it and then click on next, 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 and your Visual Studio Code will be installed. Okay. So those of you who don't know about the Visual Studio Code, so Visual Studio Code is a editor. Okay. It is what? It is an editor. What is an editor? So editor is something where you can write the codes of different languages. Okay. You can write the codes for different languages. For example, you can write the codes of Python. You can write for C++. You can write it for Java. You can write it for React. You can write it for Node.js. Okay, so many things. Every particular programming language is actually supported into the VS Code. Okay, and there are some more functionalities, some more benefits about the VS Code. We will not go into it, but today we will see about the VS Code. Yes. So into the VS Code, there is one very important thing is it also helps you to use the Git over there. Okay, and from the VS Code you can like just without writing the commands you can create the Git repo and then you can merge it, you can commit it, everything. Okay, so we will look for the VS Code. Okay, but before that we have to understand about the branching. Okay, what is a branch? So if we go on our GitHub, yesterday we had created the project. Okay. So this was the repo that we had created yesterday. Okay. Now into this, we saw that all this code is there in a main branch. Okay. So you can see there is a branch. So this is according to the Git, this is the main code which we consider that this is my working code. Okay, it may have a different version, but right now there is only one branch which we have is the main branch. Okay, and there are multiple branches you can actually create. For example, if I can show you a repo, let's say I have created this one. So into this, you can see when I'm clicking over here, so there are other branches as well. Okay, develop, feature. So all these branches contain the different codes. Okay, so today we will see how to do that. Okay, and before that, we have to understand about the branching first of all. Okay, I'm not audible, guys. Hello.
Audible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hey, you check your internet, man. Okay, so let's repeat that story that we heard yesterday. Okay, so let's say there are three persons again. Okay, instead of paint one, let me use the annotate. It's more smooth. Okay, so let's suppose there are three persons. Okay, this is the first person, this is the second person, and this is the third person. Let's give it a name. Let's say this person is Rahul. This is, let's say, Sam. Okay, and let's say this one is John. So they wanted to create a website or a application or a software kind of a project. Okay, so let's say they started working on Facebook. Okay, so they are trying to build a social media platform, Facebook. So initially, Rahul and Sam were working.
Sir,
Okay,
can I have one question?
yeah, sure.
Sir, you have already shared the screen in
Yeah,
your side.
yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Is it not visible?
Sir, here is a not proper in the way of screen.
Visible, sir.
Okay,
Properly visible.
Not visible, sir.
okay. Can you just stop, rejoin the meeting again?
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Hmm.
So this must be his network.
Yeah, it might be a network issue. Correct. Okay. So in this case, let's suppose you wanted to build a website called as a Facebook. Okay. Now, initially, Rahul and Sam were working together. Okay. And Sam suggested, hey man, there is one person, John, same story. Okay. One person, John, he's very good in development. Okay. So what happens is that they have created a version of the code. Okay. Let's say this is created by Rahul. Vanshika, don't do that. Okay. This one is by Sam. Okay, so this is the initial commit. Then let's say Sam has added the backend, main backend features. Okay, then John was also working and John, let's say, designed something. Okay, designed the web page, right? And then the initial version is actually completed over here. Okay, so this is the initial version of the Git that is completed of the project, right? And they have deployed it. Okay, so it is available for the users now. Okay, and people started using Facebook, FB. Okay, now after some time, they have decided. Okay, John said, I have couple of more ideas I want to implement into it. Okay, So John got an idea, okay, we can upload some images to the Facebook. Initially, it was just the text. Okay. So Rahul and Sam said, let's say this person is not Rahul. Let's call this person as Mark, Mr. Zuckerberg. Okay. So this is Mark. So Mark said, hey John, things are already working. Okay. Whatever you will develop, we cannot directly use it. Okay, because if something broke, some error or some bug is there, then the whole system will be affected. Okay, so they have used the VCS, version control system. So by the version control, because up to this part they may have created multiple versions of the code. Okay, so this is my main master branch. Okay, right now this is what? This is my master branch. Okay, now, so into the version control, you do not only have the version, but you also have the facility. Okay, you also have a facility where you can create some branch from it. Okay, so he said that, okay, what I will do, I will take the code up to here. Okay, John said, I will take the code from here. And instead of working in the master branch, I will create a branch out of it. Okay. It will be a branch. Let's call it as a B1. So he said, okay, I will add some design changes into it. Okay. So he added a functionality of, let's say, profile picture. Now you can set a profile picture on the Facebook. Then he added a functionality to add the school. Okay, school, college. Then he added the functionality of, let's say, city. Okay, now he added some of these functionalities. So all these functionalities are added by whom? This is added by John. Okay, on the other hand, Sam said, hey, I also needs to do a couple of things on the Facebook. So Sam was also working on it. This was from the Sam. So what Sam does is Sam added, let's say, emojis in the chat. Sam was working specifically on the chat. Okay, messenger. Then he added stickers. Then he added the GIF. Okay, now, so the current code that we have, okay, the current code that we have over here, it does not contain all these functionality because they have developed somewhere. Okay, so Mark said, hey, I also want to do something. Okay, so everyone is like, okay, Mark, you can do that. Okay, so Facebook has initialized some gaming feature. So if you remember, there was a time when a lot of games were on the Facebook only. So he said, okay, I can do the game 1, then game 2, then game 3. He coded some games into the Facebook. Okay, now they all work separately on their different branches, right? So if I just remove this one for the time being, okay, so what happens is that once the development of the John is completed, okay, once John's development is completed, then John said, hey Mark, hey Sam, I have created something, can you take a look out of it? Okay, so now if John has to look for Mark has and Sam needs to look for the functionality. Now it's a very important question over here. Now, what code they wants to see? They wants to see only the specific branch from here to here. Okay. Or they require the whole code from the master to this branch. What do you think? Only this part they will look, or they will look the complete flow from the start to this branch? What do you think, guys? Come on, think about it. They will look for only this part. Let's say I'm calling this red part as A, and I'm calling this blue part as B, and I'm calling this complete flow from here to here as C. Not this one, not this part, but this part as C. So which one they will look? A part, B part, or the C part?
C,
Sir,
sir.
both, sir. See, both.
Yes, C. Because if they will only look this part, okay, they will not able to understand that how the whole code looks like, or how the whole product actually looks like. Okay, if they will only look B, then there is no changes into it. Okay, so they require a complete flow. Okay, they have to look that, okay, how the complete item looks like. So what they need, so, so the whole, this particular branch code is developed by whom? John. And John has done all this thing in his local, repo. So how does the Mark and Sam will look into it? So John needs to push. John needs to push his branch to the GitHub. Okay. So he needs to push the branch to the GitHub. So there will be a version, where this will be the main code, and then there will be a separate code which will be this part, this whole flow. Okay, so they will pull the repo. So Mark and Sam will pull the repo, they will clone it, and then they will specifically look for this branch. Okay, so if sorry, I have a bad throat today. So what happens is that we have a complete flow what John has developed, and one flow we have is the main branch, which is the actual production code. Okay, now come over here. Sam said, hey man, I also developed something. Okay, Sam said, I also developed something. So Mark and John is now evaluating what Sam has done. Okay, so again they will look for this path, complete code, and then whatever the Sam has developed. So Sam has created a B2 branch. Sam created the B2 branch. So this will be the flow of Sam's code. Okay. So they will see, okay, by adding these emojis, stickers, and GIF, it's very interactive. Okay, and user are getting a lot of information. User are getting a lot more functionalities, and user are spending the app for a longer time. Okay, same with this one. By this particular item, user gets some identification, and based on the school and the city, they will be able to connect with the people. So both of the functionalities are awesome. Now the question is, by any chance at this particular stage, think about this question. Okay, by any chance, can we look both the functionality together? Can we look a code which is having this part and all these two features? Is it possible? Opa cool. Yes. Vanshika. Yes. Maybe yes, yes. So yes, we can do that, but there is a condition. And this is what the next concept come into the picture, and that is called as a merging. Okay, so that is called as a merging. So what we have to do is, so there are two types of merge. Okay, one is you are just looking for the features, and other one is basically you are merging with the main code. So the John's code is approved. Okay, it is approved and everyone is agreed on it. So what will happen? Then this master branch will be merged. Okay, this master branch will be merged with this particular branch. So this will be merged. Okay, and now these functionalities will come over here. Okay, so this is merged over here and this is now current production code. Okay, then we have to look for this. So we will merge this part also over here. So it will be merged over here. Okay, so this particular piece of code will also be merged together. So you can create from there onwards, they will again start some new development, creating a new branch. Okay, so all these things will be possible. So into the Git, the VCS, the distributed version control system, the Git that we are using, it is not only maintaining the versions for you, but it is also giving you the functionality of the branching. Okay, it is also giving you the functionality of the branching. So that's the importance of the branching, so that multiple people, multiple team can work on their ideas or their task separately. Okay,
So,
and when, just a second, please allow me a minute to complete my sentence. And when those teams are completed with their tasks, then after some evaluation, they will merge the code to the main branch or the master branch and it will be production ready. Okay. Yeah, someone was asking something.
so actually, how will create that branch?
Yeah,
What will be the
I will,
procedures?
yeah, I will explain that. Did you
Oh,
join the class today for the first time or like you were there earlier?
yeah, yeah, first time.
Then watch the recorded sessions also. There were total 5 classes we had. Okay,
Mm.
this is the 5th class. Okay, yeah, I will explain that. Don't worry. Okay, so I have some questions also. Okay, Vanshika. So suppose we are working on the chatbot and we want to show, I will answer this question at the end of the session, Vanshika. Okay. Can you please, yeah, Ankit, I will sure explain the DSA part where you can learn. Okay. Okay. So this is the idea of the branch. Now, branching is clear to everyone. What is a branch? Anyone, any doubts or any questions? If the interviewer is going to ask what is branching in Git, you will be able to explain. Yes, Kiran, this is the last session. Okay, great. Now come back. Let's come over here on the this one. Okay, let me delete the drawing. Okay, so we discussed, we had yesterday we had a one repo. Okay, let's go to that. So this was the repo that we have created yesterday. Okay, let's do the git bash from here. So you have to do shift right click and then git bash. Okay, So right now, if you will see, you are in the main branch. Okay. Right now, you are in the main branch. And yesterday we had created couple of branch, but we will create something from the scratch today. So first of all, let's suppose we have a code. We have a production ready code, or a code is working in the production, and we have these files and sample codes over here, right? Now, what you guys have suggested is that, or you thought that, okay, I can work on a different task. I want to add some new features to my project. Okay, and I want to for that I need to update some file, and I need to add some files into my code. Okay, so what you will do is you cannot directly work on the main branch. Okay, you cannot do trial and test into the code, because your main branch will actually going to work. Okay, it is live, users are using it, so you cannot do the changes into it. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to create a branch out of it. So let's see how to create a branch. So for creating the branch, there is a command git checkout. Then you have to give a tag -b and then name of the branch that you want to create. Generally, we create a develop branch. We can create any branch. Suppose you are going to work on some new features. Okay, so we will give the names. So git checkout -b, and then let's say I'm giving it a name as feature and underscore v1. So I am adding some features and I'm calling it as a feature v1. Okay, now I will enter it. Okay, so this is the feature v1. Now you can see that I have actually created a branch. Okay, I have actually created a branch which is called as feature v1. So earlier I was in the main branch. Now I am in the feature v1 branch. Feature branch I will call it. Okay, so let's check for git status. So right now we did not made any changes, and into the main everything was committed, so there is no issues. But into the feature branch we want to do some changes. So right now it's a feature branch. Okay, so what you have done is into the feature branch you added a one folder and you mention config. Okay, or let's say configuration file. Configuration you created, generally we call it as a config in the programmer, in our software term. Okay, but yeah, I'm giving the complete name configuration. And let's say into this configuration folder you have a one text file and you have given it name as a config. Okay, and into the config I can mention couple of things. Let's say I'm adding configuration. Let's say I'm just writing basic, very basic. 8 GB RAM, okay, 4 GB graphics. This is not how the configuration file is written. That's a completely different format. 4 GB graphics, okay, and let's say 1 TB memory. So I have written some configuration for my project. That's the minimum requirement that I have. Okay, and apart from this, you have deleted these two files. This is not required. Okay, and then you have created, you have changed the name of this file. Okay, develop one. I will just rename it. So develop worksheet, I will give the name as feature worksheet. I'm just making some changes. Okay, so now I have one renamed. I have added one folder, deleted two files. Okay, and let's say I'm also updating the first. Okay, so feature branch is added and config is added. Okay, just a normal change. Now let's try some git status over here. Now you can see that when I did the git status, there are so many things that is coming up. Okay. So first thing is modified. What is modified? So modified is the post.txt. Okay. Then there is a one untracked file, which is configuration, the configuration folder, and everything that we have inside the configuration folder, that is untracked. Git is not tracking it. We saw this earlier. And I deleted these two files, first copy.txt and first it is coming over here. One very interesting thing. Okay. I did not deleted the develop worksheet. I renamed it. Okay. I renamed this to the feature worksheet. But it is showing, hey man, you deleted the develop worksheet and you added a feature worksheet. So when you are actually renaming something, okay, manually, renaming something over the folder, then in that particular case, what we have is we are actually, it is showing that, okay, one file is deleted and one is created. But what is the next step? Okay, I have made my changes. What is the next step? I made my changes into the folder. What will be the next step? Git add. Kiran, first we have to add it, then commit it. Okay, so git add --a. Okay, so all my files are in the stage environment. Okay, now I will check the status again. Now something interesting is actually happened. So you can see that it is mentioning, okay, there is a new file config.txt. Okay, modified file is first.txt. Deleted files are first copy and first copy 2. Renamed when you move it to the staging. Okay, when you move it to the staging, it will be like, okay, I got it. You renamed the file, you did not deleted it. Okay, so it is mentioning the rename and it is showing, okay, develop worksheet.xlsx and feature worksheet.xlsx. Okay, so we have actually renamed this particular files over here. Okay, now what is the next step? Once it is in staging, what will be the next step? Commit. Okay, so what is the command of commit? Git commit -m. Then I will give a message committing in feature v1 branch. Okay, hit enter. Now you can see that my commit is completed. If I check the git status, so it will show that my working tree is now clean. Okay, my working tree is clean and all these things are committed. So if you check the git log, so here the git log will show you that, okay, you have made a commit into the feature branch. Before that, I have made a commit into the main branch. Yesterday, we have pushed our code and commit into the origin main. What is origin main? The GitHub one, the GitHub repo that we had. Okay. And then we have made a commit into the develop to branch. Then we also made a commit in develop branch. And all those commits are actually here. Okay. So whatever the commits that we have made, all the commits details are actually available into the git log. Now I will show you one thing. If I do ls-ltr, ls is basically for listing the file. If you add -ltr, then it will also give you the timestamp and other, and it will comes like a list. Okay, so this one is for the feature one branch. Okay, now if I change my branch, so we will see how many branch we have. So if you do the git branch, then it will mention the total number of branches that you have into your git repo. So we have a develop branch, develop to branch, feature branch, and main branch. Okay, what if we rename the file and made some changes into it? Then it will show rename and modified. Okay, Descendman. Oh, it's your name, Descendman. Nice. I thought it's decent man the first time I read it. Okay, yeah, nice name, man. Okay, so it will show you that develop to, feature, and the main. And right now we are in the feature branch, so it is highlighted. Okay. Now, if I do the ls-ltr again to showcase the file. So these are the files that I have into the feature one. If I go to the main branch again, so how to change the branch? So for changing the branch, you have to write git checkout and the name of the branch where you want to change, you want to go. So I want to go to my main branch. So git checkout main. Okay. So in this case, it is showing me, okay, now I'm in the main branch, okay, over here. And there are some commits which I did not push to my GitHub. So that's why it is showing your branches ahead of 2 commits. So there are 2 commits that I made, but it is not available on the GitHub. Okay. So now I'm in the main branch, and if I do ls-ltr, so now you can see that these files are there. Okay, first copy 2, and there is no configuration folder. Okay, we do not have these items over here. Okay, we do not have any of those items over here. So what will be the next thing that we can do? We can actually merge it. Okay, we can say, okay, now this is my final code. Okay, and we want to merge it to the main branch. Okay, so for merging, I did not updated this. Let me just do it quickly. Git merge. So take a note of it. For merging, we must be in the destination branch. Okay, you should be in the destination branch where you want to merge. Okay, and then merge the source branch. Source branch is the branch which you want to merge. Okay, now what is the command for it? So the command is git merge. Then you have to write the name of the branch which you want to merge. Okay, source branch. Okay, then -m, and then you have to write the comment. Okay, merge comment. Right, once you do the merging, then you have to do the git status, and then you have to do the git what commit. Okay, because merging is done, so you will do the merging and then commit message, and after that you have to do the git push origin main. Okay, you will push the git. So all these things can be done from here. Okay, we can just write that command and it will be merged. And if I come back on this directory, so you can see first copy and all these things are here. Okay, but if I change it to the feature 2, then these files will be gone and we will get our configuration folder. Okay, so if I do the git checkout feature v1, okay, so now you can see it's changed instantly. It is changed, configuration is there and all those files are gone. Okay, so this is how the branching works. Okay, and this is how we can merge it. Now what we have to learn, the next thing is, so we are doing most of the things from the git bash. Now we will try to do something from the VS Code, because VS Code is a tool where you are going to develop your project. Most of the project on which you are going to work, you are going to work on the VS Code. So today I created one project for the testing, but I will create it from scratch for you. Okay. So let's suppose I'm creating one new folder. Okay, and I'm giving it as a name as project demo. Okay, and then I will just close my this GitHub, Git bash. I will go into the project demo, right click. Now I'm making it from the very scratch. Okay, Git bash here. Then I will also do right click and open with code. So I will open it the Visual Studio Code as well. Okay, so this is my project demo folder. This is how the Visual Studio looks like. Okay, this is the folder. I want to create a file. So let me show you a quick Python web page built by the Streamlit. Okay, now I will just click on a new file and create a one file name as a streamlit.py. Don't go into this. It is just a sample, and you can do the things with any of the project, your local project, your Excel sheet, anything. I'm just showing a web page. Okay, so a very small web page I will build quickly. Just allow me a minute to do that. Okay. Okay, so I have built a one very small web page where this will be my header, and there will be a text box where you can enter your name. There will be a button, and when you click on that button, it will give you this output, whatever the name you will enter. Okay, let me just quickly run this. So I will go to my terminal. So how to run something into the VS Code is very simple. Once you have a file, then you have to go to the terminal and click on new terminal. Okay, and then you have to write, since I'm running a streamlet, so whatever the file you are running, you can use that. I'm running a streamlet, so I will do streamlet run streamlet.py. Okay, I'm running my Python file, and now you can see web page is up and running, and you can see it's a web page. Okay, it's opening in my browser, and this is a get demo, and it is asking me to enter my name. Okay, so let's say I'm entering my name. My name is Bob. Okay, I will submit it, and it is returning the output is your name is Bob. If I change my name, let's say my name is John, and I am entering it. So it is showing, okay, your name is John. Okay, you need not to learn how I did this, how I created the web page, That's completely just for a demo purpose. That is, you can do this with any type of project. I was just showing the project to you. Okay. Now, most important thing, we are doing the Git. We are not learning about the Streamlit or Python over here. Okay. I will just put it over here. Now, if I go on this particular folder, I'm in project demo, right? I did the git bash. If I check my file, so there is only one file, streamlit.py, that we had created. Okay. Yes, you can add anything, Vanshika, CSS, and your style.css. If you have a type.js file, anything you can do that. That's not an issue. Okay. Now, so we have a streamlit.py over here, right? Now, what I will do is I will check my git status. So it is showing me, hey, Fatal, it's not a Git repository. Okay, now that's a problem. The project demo folder that we have created, that was a Git repo. Now it is not a Git repo. So how I can make this folder as a Git repo? Git init, very good. Okay, so we are having the Git init. So now if I check the Git status, so you can see that, okay, now it's a Git repo and it is showing, okay, there is a untracked file. So we have to track it. So we will do git add -a. Okay, so I am tracking it. Now let me quickly show you the options of the log as well. So yes, day before yesterday I was mentioning, okay, we have the log file and you can ignore it. Okay, using the git ignore. Why? Because log files are bulky and it's not very relevant. So let me just quickly show you that example. Okay, so I'm creating a log file. Again, how to do that Python, it's not your concern. Just understand the concept that how the logs is created and why we are ignoring it, why it's not relevant. Okay, so git log, and let me quickly build a logging config. So logging dot config, then I will give my file name. Let's say I call it as a app.log. Okay, then I will add my file mode will be the write mode. I will write it. Then after that, I have to add the time format. Format is equal to, let's say I'm using the date, time, and minute. Okay, so ASC time s minus, let's add the level name. Okay, and I will also add one more message. Okay, so this is my format. Now I will add the level of the logger. So level is equal to logging dot info. Okay, now let me instantiate it. So logger is equal to logging dot get logger. uh, Okay. And so what I will do is I just created a log file, and into the log file, whatever the name someone is entering on my website. Okay. I just want that data. I want to collect that data. Okay. And I want to put it into my logs. So I will put it. So I will do logger. Again, it is not required for you guys at this level. Okay, this is, I'm just showing you that how the logs files are created because we ignored it. So I'm going to create a git ignore file, and then we will add the logger into it, .log file. So it will not going to be push anywhere. Okay, so logger .info, and then here the user has the user entry, or just a user input is a message, and then after that I will write the name. Okay. Now, if I come on this folder, so right now you can see there is only one file, Streamlet. And if I go to this folder, there is only one file. Now I will go over here and click on rerun. Okay. Then I will click enter and submit. So your name is John. There is no changes on my output on the web page. But if I come over here, now you can see that there is a log file which is created. Okay. And I have given it as a name as app. If you open this file, okay, you can see that it is giving me the date, then the timestamp, okay, and then information, and then my message. So I have given a message, user input John. So user has given a input John. Okay. Now what I will do is whatever. Now how many enter? That's a tag. Okay, that's a information tag. When there is an error, the tag is different. Okay. Now if I just say enter the Bob, okay, submit, then enter, let's say Molly, okay, and then I will enter it. And now if I go to the log again, okay, so now you can see all those input that I have given over there is coming. Now let me show you why git ignore is very much relevant. So if I come to my git bash, okay, and if I do the git status, so right now it is asking me, hey, you have app.log. So first of all, let me do all the commits. Okay, so git add -a, okay, and git commit -m initial commit. First time we are committing, so we just give the commit message as initial commit. Okay, now if I check the git status, okay, see, now focus. Here, if you can see that when I click on git status, it is showing, okay, everything is done. Okay, and nothing to commit, working tree is clean. Fine, everything working pretty fine. No issues at all. Come back to the UI. Enter a name. Let's say I'm entering the name Harry Potter, my favorite character. Okay, and I submit it. So it is showing, hey, your name is Harry Potter. Let's come to the log. Now, if you can see that since a user, I did not edited it. Okay, I did not edited this file. A user used my service. A user used the application. Okay, then if I come back over here on the git bash, and if I check the status, you can see it is giving me a message. Hey man, you have a one modified file. So it means that if you committed it and a user is using on something on the front end or on the web page, then every time it is affecting my Git repo. It is coming to the unmodified stage. Okay, because we are updating it from the system. Okay, so how to resolve this issue? Any suggestion? How I can get rid of this recurring modification messages? What's the method? Git ignore. Very good. So let's do the git ignore. Okay, so I will create a git ignore file. So touch, what touch do? So touch is basically creating a file for you. So I will do touch.gitignore. A file is created. Let's check whether the file is created or not. So app.log and streamlit.py. So let's see whether the file is created over here. So yeah, it's an empty file, so it is not coming over there. Now I will open this. And what I have to do is, what I have to add to get rid of the log. So here there is only one log file I have created. So either I can do app.log, correct? Either I can do app.log into my git ignore, or I want to get rid of all the log file. So star.log. Okay, save this file, come over here, check the git status. Okay, so there are two files. One is untracked and one is .gitignore. Okay, so what is the next thing that I have to do? The next thing that I need to do is I have to add it. So git add hyphen. Now, if I check the item, so it is dot git ignore and app dot log. Okay, so now you can see that it is still tracking this file. Okay, that's a problem. Why there is a problem? If you can see that, if I do, for example, if I change this, let's say I miss it, this time I added Jacob. Enter, submit. Okay, let's check the git status again. Okay, so it is showing me modified. Okay, let's commit it. So git commit hyphen m added dot git ignore. Commit is done. Check the status. Very good. Now, John and Jacob. Okay. Now let's see whether this file is updated or not. Yeah, John and Jacob has been over here. Now, if I do git status, so again it is giving me, hey man, your app.log is still modified. Okay. Why? Why it is happening? Can anyone tell me? Or how to resolve it? Can I give this as an assignment? No, that's not the case. We have a lot of files which is ignored. So how to ignore this file? And I have already added it into the git ignore, but why it is not ignored? Can I add the name of this file? App.log. Let's try that. So now there is two file which is modified. Okay. So if I do the git add, okay, and then git commit, okay, and git status. So everything is fine. Let's add something from here again. Okay, so I added a name Daniel. Now if I check the git status, so it is not coming over here. Okay, it is still giving me the working tree as clean. What's the error? What's the issue? Why it was not picking this? I'm giving this as a one assignment. Okay, the assignment that you guys have to submit. Into that you have to tell me what is the reason, what is the mistake that I made over here, and why it is not ignoring it. Okay, something you guys also need to do. So right now you can see that now doesn't matter how many times you are going to change it. Okay, so if I mention, let's say Meena and submit it, and let's say any random name, enter, submit it. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many times now you will update that. Okay, oh, it is still coming. Why it is still coming? Wait a second. Huh? No, that's not a folder, man. Ah, I got it. I got it. Okay. Yeah, this is assignment. Okay. I'm not going to resolve it. I got the point why it is not coming. Okay. So you can see it is still there. I have mentioned the app.log. I have mentioned the app.txt. I have mentioned the star.log as well. Okay. So you have to check by your own. Just create a file with a name app.log using the touch. Okay, so touch app.log and your file will be created. Okay, and then try to ignore it and see why it is not ignoring it. Okay. Yeah, that's the assignment, man. Okay, not everything I'm going to solve now for you, Ankit. Okay, now coming to the main point, why I'm doing all this stuff. Okay, so if I right now I'm just adding everything and I'm committing it. Okay, so now everything is committed and things are in the master branch. Okay, it's not doc, it's log, man. See, log, not doc, Rafiq. Nice try, but yeah, that's not correct. Okay, so if you can see over here in this particular case, I have completed all these things. Now come over here on the VS Code. I will take a couple of minutes today. Okay, so I have a git ignore, I have a app.log, I have a streamlet.py. Things are working fine. Now someone said, okay, I want to add couple of features into it. Okay, so let's create one branch out of it. Okay, so git checkout -b, and then I will give a branch name as develop. Enter. So now you can see that I have came to the branch develop. Now I can make some changes over here, but here on the git on the very left hand side you will see this one, source control. Okay, you have to click on it and it is actually showing you the current branch is develop. Okay, if you click on it, you can see from here you can change the branch. Okay, if I click on the branch, so I can change my branch from here. Now it's the master's code that I'm seeing over here. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so if I go to the develop branch, okay, so now right now I'm in a develop branch and this is the code and all these stuff that I have. It is from the develop branch. Okay, so I'm making some changes into my code. Now you will see I'm making my change. Okay, what I will do is I will add it as age is equal to st dot number input, and I will give a message, enter your age. Okay, and then I am printing the age as well. So your name is this one and you are age years old. Very basic. Okay, so what I did, I added a one input that I'm asking the user for the age as well as I'm giving the output printing as well. Okay, so if I come over here, it is asking for rerun, and now you can see that it is asking for the name. Okay, name is Bob, and the age of the Bob is, let's say, 27. Enter, submit. Okay, so now you can see that at this time, my develop branch code is running. Okay, it is not the master branch code. It is a develop branch code. Okay, let me show you that. So over here, if you can see that right now I'm in a develop branch. Okay, and I made these changes. From the VS Code, you can directly click on this commit and it will do everything. You need not to write those commands. Okay, so I clicked on commit. It is asking for the commit message. So I added the age. Okay, and then just close this file. You can put a message over here before the commit. Okay, so now I have made a commit onto the develop branch. Okay, so my develop branch is created and I committed on these codes. Okay, now the next thing is, in this case, if I change, now let's see this. Okay, If I change this develop, so remember at line number 16 we have age, okay, and here we are printing the age as well. These are the two changes that I made. Okay, now if I click on this develop branch and then I will click on master, so I'm changing the branch, and now you can see when I change the branch it is gone. Okay, the code, the lines that I have added in the same file, it is gone. Now it is what? It does not contain the age. And if you come to the UI, if you refresh it, age thing is gone. Okay, so you have created two different branches. Okay, so remember that drawing. So Jack said, hey, I have created something for you guys. Okay, and he created this into the develop branch. So he took the branch from there. He took the branch from there. Open git log, cancel. Okay, he took the branch from there and then he did this. Now I will simply commit it. I'm running out of time. Give me the edit message to play. So master commit. Okay, just close this file. Okay, now another important thing is, if you can see that here you are getting an option of publish branch. Okay, so right now I'm in master branch, so there is a direct option. You need not to go to GitHub or go to Git Bash to upload this repo on the GitHub. So I will just click on publish, and then here I can give the name. Okay, so I'm giving the name as project demo sunstone, and I'm also giving it a name as 24 Jan. Okay, so this is the information that I'm giving, and then it is asking me, you want to publish it into a private repo or you want to publish it into a public repo. So I will just select publish into the public repo, and you can see it is giving me the publishing. Things are uploading over here. Okay, and you can see it is giving me the message that I have already done the checkout. When you will do this very first time, then it will simply go to your GitHub and then ask for the approval. You can provide the approval and next time it will be done. So in my case, I have published it and then I have to click on that. Let's go to my GitHub. Okay, I will go over here. Then I will search for a repo. Okay, see, updated now. I will click on this. And you can see .gitignore, app.log, and streamlit.py. Okay, so in this one, you have name, does not have the age, because in our master, we do not have the age one. Do we have the develop branch over here? You can see when I'm clicking on the left hand side, you can see the branch, okay, on the file. If you are on the repo, then here it is one. So in this case, I'm seeing only one branch. Okay, so whatever the code changes that the Sam has made earlier, those code changes are still on my local. Means my master branch is published, but my develop branch is not published. So what I will do, I have to publish it. So just click on master, change your branch to the develop. Okay, since I have already committed it, so it is asking me for a message. Okay, so adding develop branch. This is the push message that I am giving, and I will publish it. Okay, so it's done. Let's come over here. Develop had recent pushes 3 seconds ago. Okay, I refresh it, and then here you can see I got my develop branch. Okay, now into the develop branch, you can see the files. So this is a develop branch streamlet where age one is there. So I made these changes and it is coming over here. Similarly, if you change this to the master branch, remember line number 16 and this messages, okay, it will not be there into the main branch, sorry, master branch streamlit.py. See, line number 16 is empty. So I have two different versions of the code into two different branches. Okay, so that's how you can actually create the branch. You can merge the branch and you can publish the branch from the Git Bash or from the over here. Now on to the Git Bash, if you have to do push. So if you remember, you are pushing the main branch. Okay, if you have to push a particular branch, then you have to write git push origin and then branch name. Okay, the branch which you wants to push, and then -m push message. Okay, pretty simple. It's just a main. So you are writing the main. If you want to push another branch like develop feature or anything, you can do that. And same thing, you can do that from the VS Code as well. Okay. So here it will show the complete flow from where the branch is created and what are the commits and everything. The whole source code history will be there, whole version history. Okay. Okay. So this is how we can actually create the branch and all these stuff. Okay, sir, loop run nahi kar raha. Which loop is not running? So time is over. Yeah, I know time is over, man. But yeah, this is the last class, na? Okay. Now I just have to explain one thing. So there is one assignment for you guys. Okay, your program manager will share this assignment. I'm just giving you a quick brief about it. So what you have to do is you have to create a local folder and then you can create some files into it. Completely your choice. Text file, if you know Python, if you know CSS, HTML, JavaScript, Node.js, anything that you know. If not, then just create a notepad files. Okay, .txt file and a Word file. Okay, convert that folder into a Git repo. You know how to do that. Update the file to stage and then commit it. Add some files and folder which you have to ignore. Okay, then create a repo on the GitHub and push the local repo on the GitHub. Instantly, you guys will do that. Okay, create a separate branch and update some files into it. Push the develop branch on the GitHub. Merge the develop branch on the main branch. Okay, so these are the tasks that you have to perform, and assignment submission will be a GitHub URL you have to share with me. Okay, in your PDF itself you have to put that. Okay, so you have there should be a GitHub URL where there should be at least two branches, main and the develop. Okay, then you have to prepare a PDF where you have to put a screenshot of all these steps that you have done, and you have to submit with that PDF with the git bash commands that you have run. Okay, so basically if you are running like git checkout -b develop, then you have to give a screenshot of this window. Okay, and in the same PDF you have to provide the URL as well. Okay, so it is just hardly 20-minute task, not that much. Okay, and still I will give you 1 week for it. Okay, 4 or 5 days would might be enough, but yeah, it's 24, so the deadline will be 31st of January. Okay, and how to submit the project and all these stuff, your program manager will email you. Okay, so yeah, we are running out of time. Some messages I have. Deadline, yeah, less than 10 minutes. Yeah, Ankit, it's a less than 10 minutes. DSA, and DSA, you guys can follow Geeks for Geeks. There is a very good thing over there, and then you can also follow Lead Code and TUF. Okay, take you forward. So these are the three websites that you can follow for the DSA. Okay, does we should use git clone, which will clone folder? Yeah, I have already discussed about the git clone, Kiran. So if there is some repo on the GitHub and you want to use it, and then you can do that. And one more thing, you also have to create that app.log file and you have to ignore it using the git ignore, and you have to send the screenshot in that PDF. Okay. Please share PDF. Which PDF should I share? Rudra Rupu. PPT, na? Yeah, PPT I will mail. Okay, I will share it with your program manager and he or she will share it. Direct terminal ka screen. Yeah, that will be great. Direct terminal ka de do khali. Okay. Okay, guys. So yeah, that's once you complete this assignment, then I will evaluate your assignment. After that, I will make a remark on it whether you will get a certificate or not. If you did not completed it, then I will not approve your certificate and you will not get it. Okay. So you have to complete this small assignment, hardly 10 minutes, and then just share it with me. I will give you the assignment. You guys will get the certificates. Okay. Again, I'm repeating. Learn for the knowledge, not for the certificate. Where shall we share? Don't worry about the detail where you have to share. You guys will actually receive a Google Doc link from the program manager, and she will actually going to tell you how to share it. 31st of January is the deadline. Okay. You will that document you will get. Sir, suppose we are making a chatbot and we want to show. Vanshika, can you please turn on your mic?
Yes, sir. So actually, I'm
Mhm.
asking that suppose we are making a chatbot, and if we want to show official version of that chatbot, suppose 2.2, and what is the version of that chatbot, then we have to use any kind of API or a simple HTML, JavaScript, or we have to use GitHub.
So if you want to show the code, so when you say this line that you want to show the official version, means you want to show the output product or you want to show the code. For example, let me share back my screen. Okay. For example, this is a chatbot. Assume that this is a chatbot. Okay. You are asking something to this chatbot. Okay. Uh, who is the president of USA, for example. Okay, and then I'm giving you this. I submit this. Okay, and my chatbot is giving me some output, just like ChatGPT. Okay,
Mhm.
now you want to show this output, or I have the code on the GitHub. So what you want to show, which you
So
are calling the
actually,
official version.
my question is this also, like how we will show this output, and also like suppose you have opened a chat GPT, and chat GPT maybe ऊपर version लिखा रहता है like वो 4.0 4.0, how we will
Okay,
show
that
that?
version you want to show only. That you
Yeah,
can
and
show in that you have to integrate in the UI itself. No, like in my case, if I have to do this, okay, so I will what I will do. Okay, so it's a simple front end thing. No, why to
and so
worry that much? Yeah, you can see version is there.
how we will show that output also, and even that GitHub code also.
Which output now? This output.
uh, yeah.
So it is coming now over here. So for that
Mhm.
you have to build a front end. Okay, this is called as a front end. Front end
Mhm.
means user interface. So you have to build a complete front end to show your output, to show your version and all these stuff. Okay. On the GitHub, we have a backend. Backend means what are the codes and what are the functionalities and the files that you have used. So on the GitHub, you will share the codes of it. Okay. On and for showing you the output and how your application looks like, for that you need to develop the front end, whether you are developing using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or you are using the React, or you are using the Angular for it, or you are just using the Streamlit, which is a Python one, or you are using Flask. So that completely depends on you, which framework you are using.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. So yeah.
Sir, if we'll have any doubt regarding anything or your course only, then how will connect you?
You can connect to drop your questions or queries to a program manager, and I will respond within 24 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. There will be a recorded session of all the 5 sessions that we had. You guys can get it from the program manager. I will ask him or her to, with the assignment, she will also share the link of the recorded session and the PPT. So if anything that you guys have missed, you guys will able to get it from the recorded session, and you guys will get the PPT as well. Okay. So yeah, that's it. And it was really, really nice talking to you guys. You guys were really good. Some of you have given a lot of answers. You guys are well behaved, well disciplined. I highly appreciate that. Just one request, keep revising the stuff and don't just rely on. I got to know from the program manager that most of you are from the first year and the second year. So just start uh, working on your tech skills. Okay. This is the best time right now. You guys have plenty of time in college. Okay. Study the college material, the college syllabus. I'm being very honest. Okay. Study the college syllabus just to get the passing marks. Not the passing marks that are 33 or 30, at least 60, 70. So don't try to get 9 or 10 CGPA. Okay, just try to get 70 or 80 marks. Okay, 60, 70, 75 would be great. Okay, don't try to like learn for 100, and spend your time to learning the tech skills. Okay, learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, learn Python programming, and once you are good in Python programming or Java or any other programming language, Python, Java, C++, you should know at least one programming language. I will highly recommend Python. That is the most easiest language that you can learn. And from Python, you can switch to multiple domains and then start working on a DSA, data structure and algorithm. Okay, Python and DSA. These are the two things that will help you to get a job. Okay, this is the only two things which is going to help you to get a job. There is no third thing. Okay, anything that you are learning in the college right now, whether you are from electronics, whether you are from electrical, mechanical, or you are from computer science, nothing is going to help you, or nothing is going to help you to land a job. Okay, Python programming, data structures, working the projects on the Python, this is what going to help you to get a job. And why GitHub is important? Okay, so GitHub is important because whatever the things that you are doing, okay, upload it on GitHub, and in your resume you have to mention your GitHub profile. Okay, so you have to give this particular URL into your resume. So when a recruiter will come and he will see your GitHub, since most of you are fresher, when a recruiter will come and he will see your GitHub, so he will see, okay, what are the things that you have worked on? Okay, a lot of repos are there. What are the things that you are working? Just put it over there. So in resume, you have a very limited space. In GitHub, you have unlimited space. Okay, and this one, this is the contribution. I'm not very active on the GitHub. So these are the contributions that I have. So what are the things, and when I have committed or when I uploaded couple of things, okay, onto my GitHub. So all these things are visible. Okay, so from there, try to, if you are just working on a one single line of project, one single code you had made, one, let's say print hello world, you upload it to the GitHub. Okay, so that interviewer will see, the companies will see, the HRs will see that. Okay, that's what is going to help you to land a job. Okay, so yeah, that's my only advice. Don't waste your time right now. That's a very precious time. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can go with the Java plus DSA. Any programming language, Java, C++, Python, React, Node, Node.js, anything. Okay. And then you can go with the DSA. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Coding is there in the data analytics as well. Okay, guys. So yeah, that's my only advice. Thank you. No, machine learning is not very much important until unless you want to go to the data science field. Machine learning is not that much important. But if you want to go to the machine learning field only, okay, then ML is important. There is one thing. There is a software development, software engineer, and there are data scientists. These are the two different roles. So if you want to become a data scientist, then learn about the machine learning as well after finishing the Python. Okay. If you want to become a software engineer, then learn a Python. Okay. And then data structure. Okay. So we are waiting for you for, okay. Yeah. That class will be start from 29th. Okay. So from 29th, I'm going to take the batch on the Python fundamentals. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. It's already half an hour. Okay. I have to jump to the meeting. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's meet. Bye. Good night.